We welcome you to the Augusta Civic Center as Munson Media Sports brings you Moose Basketball. Tonight, UMaine Fort Kent is in to take on your Moose. Hello, everybody. I'm Rob Munson, joined here by Nate Munson, as we said, from the Augusta Civic Center. Doubleheader action here tonight. Fort Kent plays in the USCAA in the Division I level. They come in at 8-9 on the season, coached by Fletcher Brown. Your Moose come in at 9-5 overall, 7-4 in the conference. They recently off a game last night. Quick turnaround for the Moose as they're back at it after going down to Southern Maine Community College, a game they lost last night, 75-49. So we're going to get the introductions downstairs. Roger on the PA, and we'll pick up the starters here for you.
YSCC Sportsmanship Creed. The YSCC promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators.
Big roster for the Bengals, but only 7 traveling here tonight. So they'll have a short bench, and see how that factors into tonight's contest. Glad you could join us on this Munson Media game. We have one more date left here, NHTI. That'll be a YSCC game. They'll come in on a Friday night on February 7th, I believe the date is. So that'll be our final game of the year, unless there's a home quarterfinal playoff game. The YSCC is now going to quarterfinals at the home site of the top 4 teams. So, Kerry Law.
A guard from Thousand Oaks, California, number 20,
Renika Guyton.
A guard from Cleveland, Ohio, number 21, Savannah Janowski.
Savannah
A guard
Jankowski.
from California, number 24, Stephanie Cervantes.
Stephanie Cervante.
And a forward from El Paso, Texas, number 32, Yvette Trujillo.
And Yvette Trujillo. Now for your Moose.
And now for your UMA Moose. A guard from Rockland, Maine, number 11, Hope Butler.
Hope Butler.
A guard from Madison, Maine, number 12, Sydney LeBlanc.
Sydney LeBlanc out of Madison, Maine.
A forward from Monmouth, Maine, number 24, Katie Butterfield.
Katie Butterfield. She's having a terrific season.
From Georgetown, Maine, number 31, Madeline Sir.
Madeline Sir.
And a forward from Solid, Maine, number 43.
And out of Solid, Maine, Kate Stevens rounds out the starting lineup for Coach Jim Seavey's Moose. So we'll be set to go here. We'll take a quick break, come back. It'll be tip-off from the Augusta Civic Center after these messages.
When I'm on the road speaking, I'm able to have sidebar conversations with everybody that wants to come talk to me. And I hear about their family and loved ones that are going through maybe cancer, maybe a critical illness, maybe something, being disabled from a job and not having the coverage that they need because their health care just didn't cover it.
I ask that you would allow one of our experienced representatives to come into your business so that we are able to educate you on the value of these very, very important products.
They try to put me back in as quick as possible. The doctors and physical therapists try to tell you what's wrong right away so you can just get it fixed and get back to what you're doing and have your normal life or try to be even better than what you were before.
It's important for a parent to have someone here in Saco, close to the Biddeford-Saco area, because we have a lot of sports teams. When you have your daughter or son that's injured, in my case, my daughter, it's nice to know that you have someone local, someone that you can trust, and someone that is expert in sports injuries.
The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munson Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munson Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation.
Been around the world, ain't nobody else that could do it like us with nobody else. When the chips about to fall and I'm back against the wall, know it's only one place I call. All roads lead home. Yeah. All roads lead home. All roads lead home.
There we go. There's the scoreboard we're looking for. So underway, Bengals will get the tap. In and out on the first possession here. Moose control. Goes over in the corner to Butterfield. Bengals get it. Pop outside is good. 3-point basket to start the scoring for the Bengals.
Savannah Jankowski for three.
So that was Jankowski hit the three. Stevens, LeBlanc now. Trying to hit Butler, didn't get it. Not getting the... Yeah. So 3-0 early. Don't have the 30-second clock, Nate. Here we go.
24. Stephanie Sorrento is too good at the line.
Here we go. Thanks to Nate. So 5-0 early Bengals. Moose pop outside off the iron, won't go. LeBlanc put it up, rebound. And here comes the break. On the take, up and down. 2 for the Bengals.
Number 20, Renika Guyton.
That was Guyton. The numbers for the Bengals were high above courtside here at the Augusta Civic Center, and they're white numbers, very difficult to see, so it'll take us a little time to pick them up. Guyton on the going to get a foul outside.
Bengals doing a nice job right now, Rob, of a lot of one and dones the other side and pushing the ball up for some transitional points.
Entry in. Good defense there, some help defense, and then went off. Kate Stevens. Swung it around outside. I can't see the numbers, Nate. That was Guyton. So this is Guyton with the ponytail. La with it. She's going to pop it outside. Won't go. Rebound's going to be pulled down. Sir with it. Right side now. Wonder what type of effect the game last night. Back-to-back games here for the Moose. I know that was a concern. Hope Butler with it outside. And foul off the ball. 7:42 just underway here in the first. You can see that the Bengals are out to a 7-0 lead. Stevens to inbound. Not sure if that was intentional, but...
Yeah, Cater's trying to buy herself some more time there, Rob.
Cervantes went right off her. Cervantes on the defense and turnover for the Moose. Sluggish start here so far for the Moose. Let's see if they can dig in on the defense a little bit.
Number 21, Savannah Jankowski.
Jankowski, she's got 5 quick points here in this one to get the Bengals out to a fast 9-0 lead, 30-second timeout. Like the way that the timeout clock comes up for the folks at home as well. Thanks for joining us here on Munsing Media Sports. Beautiful venue. This place will be hopping in about three weeks from now as the high school tournament will move in here. Take over for the week of school vacation. Actually begins on the Friday. Beginning on Valentine's Day on the 14th. And then right through into the next week, all the way through the regional finals here at the Augusta Civic Center. So the Moose won't have any home games there. We'll pick them up back. They'll finish up their home season here before that tournament starts with that Friday night game NHTI in February. Stevens going to launch one. She's got it. Kate Stevens bangs the 3 home. And that was a good deal after the timeout.
Yeah, they desperately needed not only a score, but some momentum booster, and that's exactly what that 3-pointer provided. And here, a rebound.
Yeah, Stevens, good job. Trujillo got boxed out by Stevens. Kate's a good, fundamentally sound player. Going through the half-court set here, Butterfield going to dish it inside to Surd. They were ready for her. Hope Butler. Hope would have run a float, set up. No, and Trujillo with the rebound. Left side now. There comes the quick point guard, Guyton. Puts up a runner. No. And Hope Butler's got it. Here comes Hope. 1-on-2. See if she can split him. She won't. She'll stop, pop, and bang it home. That's a nice job. Nice job by Hope there to pop that one home.
Yeah, great decision. Instead of going down and taking the ball to the 2 defenders, just pulling up and keeping that space away from the defender.
Bengals outside, but they're going to loop it inside. In the corner comes Guyton. Drops it inside, but she dropped it right in the hands of one of the Mustangs and went right in the hands of Sir. Popped in the corner. Good. Sydney LeBlanc bangs home the 3.
A lot building off of that Kate Stevens 3-pointer run.
Yeah, out of the timeout, so well done. Eight-point run here for the Moose after a 9-point run for the Bengals to get started here. So the Moose will come back in. Hope says long range. Dial it up. Good follow there. Stevens got it, drops it inside. Now back outside to Butterfield. She's got a long 3, won't go. And now on the break. Cervantes got it stolen away. So Bengals low slot with the ball last couple of times now. Sir's got it. She got a lane. She gets cut off. Gets underneath the Butterfield. Katie got a stripped away in traffic. Guyton with it here. Here comes Guyton, left hand, goes up, gets fouled. Take a look at that Hope Butler pull-up, Nate. She was 1-on-2, as I mentioned here, as she came down.
Yeah, and you have a decision about right there if you're going to go ahead and try and split the defenders and have them work against each other or just pull up. And there she's made the great decision, just pull up on the elbow. A high percentage shot for her.
Some check-ins coming for the Moose. B. Lessner will come into the game. Cassidy, a 5'10 sophomore. And Autumn Sudbury came in as well.
20, Renika Guyton, too good at the line.
So Guyton's been the big gun. Look at some individual stats here. We got a break. They tried to get inside to Lessner. That was knocked out of bounds. Bengals took the trip down from North, all the way down from Fort Kent. They had a good travel day, thankfully. Moose get it in. Sudbury back outside. LeBlanc thought about it. She's already hit a three. Butler's going to launch one. Good range, but just came out. Rebound. Jankowski. Guyton's got one lined up. She's going to let it go, and she's going to get all net.
Number 21, Savannah Janikowski for three.
I'm sorry, that was Janikowski. Or Jankowski. She's got a long ponytail, covers her number, Nate. Sudbury looking for the cut. Got it. Let's see which way they want to call it. They're going to call a block. Fouls on La. Out of bounds play here for the Moose. Comes out high. Sir thought about it. Butler cut through. Sidney LeBlanc. Dishes down and under and finishes.
Great crossover at the top of the paint there, Rob. Really sold it on the defender. Was sliding to her left and just completely committed to it.
14-10. The Moose, after being down 9-0, have come back in this one when it looked like it was going to get away from them. Won't go.
Yeah, UMA kind of came out a little flat-footed. They were a little deflated early on, and obviously giving up the 9 points didn't help. But the Kate Stevens three-pointer put things right. Little momentum boost for him.
Yeah, then LeBlanc hit a three, and
right
Butler
back
had a
into
little pop. That's going to be off the back of the iron. Rebounds pulled down here by the Bengals. Here they come. Guyton was on the fly, but they couldn't connect with her. Nice reverse layup.
21, Savannah Jankowski.
Jankowski has been the story here. She's been lighting it up here so far for the Maine Fort Kent Bengals. Get the individual scoring here in a second. Jankowski's got 10 already, Nate. So here's a nice finish. LeBlanc here taking it left side. Saw the opening.
Nice finish too with the left hand. The Bengals are tough to defend, Rob. A lot of points coming on transition.
Yes, they like to run, and they have been.
Yeah, there's no real mismatch that they're trying to exploit. They're just pushing the ball off all the rebounds and getting good shots down the other end.
Butler, she's got a good shot there. Can't get it. Almost rolled in from a weird angle. Sudbury, nice job underneath. Autumn trying to keep it alive. She does. Back to Sir. Sir comes inside. Cassie Lessner got the shot blocked. Jankowski outside. Drips it inside. Pop from the side is good.
24, Stephanie Cervantes.
Cervantes with the basket. LeBlanc tried to get it to Lessner. They're going to get a kick. Yeah, got a kick.
Pretty obvious. I'm a little surprised that the near official didn't give that a call. The far official, Justin Underwood, was able to see it.
The entry inside. Sudbury going to get it back outside. LeBlanc. Autumn Sudbury on the baseline. Got the three-point shooter there, but a little long. Tipped around, and the Bengals are doing a good job
Yeah, they're really
Trujillo is doing a good job underneath.
Yeah, they're kind of running like a 2-1-2 zone.
Oh, slipping away. Nobody caught up with Cervantes.
Number 24, Stephanie Cervantes.
Sir back outside. LeBlanc is going to get it in the paint. They're fighting for it. The Bengals will get it. And foul's going to be called on Sir. Free throws coming. Renika Guyton. She's from Thousand Oaks, California. From Thousand Oaks, California to Fort Kent, Maine is quite a trip, both geographically and culturally. But they do a great job up there at Fort Kent. We've had some Gardner kids go up there and had some good success up there.
When you look at the men's team, and they're
they're from everywhere.
Basically from California.
Yeah, exactly.
A ton of guys from California on the guys' team. So.
Yeah. They must have their visits in the fall. Oh, Butler with it outside, going to swing it around. Petrovic in the game now for the Moose. Cassidy, Lesnar, right side now. Here comes the entry. Popped outside. No. Butterfield fighting for the rebound. And Petrovic in there, I think. Jenner was fighting for the rebound as well. So to go to the Moose on the possession. So you can see under a minute here, stolen away. Bengals, another basket in transition. So Jankowski has been the big scorer. We'll see that at the break. We'll give you a look at that. Foul coming in. 12 points for Jankowski. 12 out of the 24, so she's got half of them. Get another one. (24-11). Moose had closed it, but now another. Oh, we're going to get an offensive foul here. When you lower that shoulder and knock the defender backwards, you're going to get called on it.
Yeah, easy one there for the official.
Jenna Petrovic puts it up, won't go. She'll get the rebound back after a tip. Stolen away. Moose back on the D, but well controlled there. Dropped inside. No good. That was by Cervantes. At the buzzer. Oh, that had good line on it, but didn't go, so we'll play one. You see it, 24-11. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have second quarter action. We'll review the first quarter stats after these messages.
JMH Associates is a boutique financial and management consulting firm that can provide customized solutions for your business or personal affairs. We can provide management expertise to your small business, personal financial guidance, and organizational structure for your personal and business needs. This will allow for better communication and execution with your other financial partners. We help establish businesses, we'll help you start a new business, and we can provide IT support for your business needs. We are JMH Associates. We're proud to be associated with MunsingMediaSports.com.
Rob Munsing, Nate Munsing, and Munsing Media crew here from the Augusta Civic Center. I want to thank Jen Laney. Nice event held recently, Nate. Grabbed this picture off Facebook here as the UMA Moose women's basketball team teamed up with Augusta Parks and Recreation for a community event here where they put on a clinic. So lots of great things happening with that and outreach in the community by the women, and that's a great thing to do. Coach Seavey doing a great job in his first year with this program. Three scorers for UMaine Fort Kent. Jankowski's got 12. Guyton's got 6. Cervantes has got 6. We'll check out your Moose stats. Sidney LeBlanc with 5. Kate Stevens has got the 3. Hope Butler has got a basket. Katie Butterfield's got a free throw. So here's your scorers. They would sure like to get Madeline Sir cooking. Stevens in a tussle here, so to go over to Bengals basketball.
Yeah, UMA having a little bit of difficulty, Rob, in diagnosing what defense the Bengals are in because they're coming down, they're changing up. They play like a 1-2-2, but it spreads out on the perimeter a little bit. But they do a really nice job of moving with the ball flow and kind of condensing down underneath, which making it really difficult for UMA to get down in there. So out of bounds plays are going to man, and this might be something that they're really going to have to do, as you see from Hope there, the outside hit. They're going to have to make some outside shots to expand that zone defense a little.
Nice back at some good help defense there. So see if they can get Madeline Sirk cooking as she has for most of the season. Back outside it goes to Stevens. Stevens to Butler. Butler, nice penetrate. Actually turns some pass that goes underneath to Katie Butterfield back
Stevens
outside.
Wide open underneath.
Yeah, they found her. Kate made some room and drew the contact.
That's too bad it got there that late, though, because she was wide open. Just kind of, she didn't want to bring too much attention to herself by waving her hands frantically. She just kind of slowly put it up.
Yeah. First one's good by Kate. If you've watched broadcasts of UMA Moose basketball for the past couple of seasons, Nate and I always coaching from up here, telling Kate, take some more shots. She's so unselfish. And she's a good shooter. She got the 3 and hasn't shot the ball much, but she can. She's in the defense here. Does a good job. Comes Butler. Hope Butler underneath, and whose foot did it go off? Trying to get it in, the bounce pass into Madeline Sir. Be Moose basketball.
Yeah, I think it was off Powell.
Powell now in the game. Comes out to Hope Butler. Comes the entry. Kick back outside to Butterfield. And Katie will put it home.
But, I mean, how about that example there, Rob? The ball goes down into Sir, and she gets triple teamed.
Yes, yeah.
There's just nowhere. It's really difficult to have any activity down underneath because of the amount of people. So there's just too much in there for her to really be able to do anything.
Some good help defense by Jenner, and she's going to finish. Oh, that was Sydney LeBlanc on the, not Jenner, that was Sydney on the steal. Put up. Good job by Sydney LeBlanc, 24-18. So Moose with a little gusto here. Cervantes will pop it up. It won't go. She'll have the rebound, kick it back outside. Third chance opportunity. And it'll be a shooting foul. So Guyton will go to the line. Somebody not following the sportsmanship code.
They did. I was kind of wondering why that came out there.
When I heard it, I was wondering if it was coming from the bench, and I didn't see anything over there.
It's a passionate fan.
Yeah. Jen Laney comes over. I think she's going to have a little discussion potentially here. Jen's gone over and speaking of the gentleman. Kate Stevens way outside. Kate pops it home. Shoot the ball, Kate. Every time I see Kate, I'm going to say that. Shoot the ball, Kate.
You almost need to say it so frequently it gets into her subconscious a little bit, so she just does it.
Because as we keep saying, she can hit him.
Just try and get her the ball right now.
And they'll start coming out, and that could open it up for Sir in underneath. Sydney LeBlanc with it, gets it over to Butler. Butler goes back outside to Sir. Almost got the roll. Would have been quite a roll there to get that one in. Law got it right side. That's a nice take that time.
Savannah Jankowski.
Jankowski, a beautiful take there as fake left, went right. Got it home, 32nd timeout. Busy time for us here on Munzing Media if you follow all our sports coverage. Tomorrow night we'll have Mustang hockey down at Central Maine Community College. Saturday we'll be right back here at the Augusta Civic Center, not for a game, but for the 10th annual Gaziano Awards for the Lineman Award. They give out two $5,000 scholarships in that. No place in the country giving out that kind of money to offensive linemen. It's the #1 award in the whole country for offensive linemen. So we'll be there Saturday. Then Monday we'll have a Mountain Valley Conference game, a Class C game. We'll be over to Halldale. There'll be a CB matchup, Oak Hill in Class B, but a good rival will come in to take on the Bulldogs. Tuesday we got rival game, Coney Gardner. So going to be a busy time for us here in Munzing Media. Kicks it back outside now to Butler. Butler against his zone defense. Lesnar in the corner to Stevens. Stevens loops it inside. Lesnar going to go up, going to be a little short. Bengals clear the boards. They've done the job on the boards all night, have the Bengals. We'll look at that stat at halftime. Sophia Rodriguez in the game, number 30 for the Bengals. She's on Sir. Rodriguez got it. Bengals on the take here. That was Cervantes. Got it back outside to La. She's going to hold. Pop foul line.
Number 32.
Just past the foul line. Trujillo hit it. 32-21.
Yeah, nice confident shot right there, Rob, just to step into it and put it up.
So every time the Moose make a little mini run, the mini run comes right back the other way. Sydney knocks it home.
Yeah, and they're doing it. The Bengals are doing a nice job because really what they're doing is they're changing up their defensive look. They've gone to man-to-man since this timeout, so it took UMA a little bit of time to probably figure that out and make their slight offensive adjustments.
That's popped outside, won't go. LeBlanc to Butler. Butler holds. Shoot it again, says Sydney. She did. Low shot. Butler's got the rebound. Hope pulls it back out. Hope Butler. Out of Oceanside High School. Lesnar. Give and go. Nice pass inside. Lips out for Sydney LeBlanc. Good feed by Cassidy Lesnar. But
yeah, good cut, too. And that's one of those tricky ones. Your momentum's carrying you down underneath the basket, so you know you have to get the shot up quick, and it sometimes comes off a little hot.
Bengals got a second chance opportunity. And out of bounds, it'll stay Bengals ball. Trujillo is a good rebounder. She's been active on both boards here so far. A lot of inbound. For the Bengals out of UMaine Fort Kent. Good defense, almost 5 seconds. Trujillo's got it. She's got it up and in. She got fouled. Let's take a look at the Sydney LeBlanc 3. Going to get the pass from Sir.
Yeah, they seem to be getting this wing shot. It's open. It's just a matter of hitting it. And if you want anyone to shoot that, it's Sydney, Rob. I mean, she's a great three-point shooter, so just a matter of getting her more looks at that, more opportunities, and they'll have some success. It's tough. They're going to have some three-pointers in the second half here, right, to cut into this lead as we get down into halftime. So
something in early, I guess. Well, it couldn't be in early.
No, they called the foul.
Yeah, they called a foul. Okay, pushing foul. Couldn't be in early. They'd have moved on. So it's a foul. See what goes up on. It's going to be on Lesnar. Nobody in foul trouble. Only 4 total fouls here. 1 on the Bengals, 3 in the Moose. Pop from downtown for Trujillo. Lars got it. She puts up a reverse one. And the size advantage is kind of paying off. That was Sofia Rodriguez. She's out of Fowler, California. Bengals in the half-court set. Moose are matched up. Way downtown and hit right in the face of the defense. Jankowski again. So we said Jankowski, the leading scorer. Popped outside, no. And Madeline, still looking to get in the scoring column. Jankowski leading scorer in the game night with 17. LeBlanc shoots it, and she got fouls, so she's going to shoot a trifecta at the free throw line. LeBlanc, a good free throw shooter, so we'll wait for the Moose to get back in this without ticks of the clock. Two more now for Sydney LeBlanc. Sydney played for the Madison Bulldogs in her high school career. Chance to get the lead down to 10 for the Bengals, and she does. Hits all 3.
Sydney LeBlanc, 3 good at the line.
So a trifecta. Sydney's a high scorer. For the Moose so far in this one with 13 points, Nate. So Jankowski with 17, LeBlanc with 13 are your high scorers, the individual scoring column. So if they can get into this thing here a little bit, Nate, or even keep it right here, you go in, Coach Seaver's going to say, listen, we're right in this thing. We just got to, we got to get a little offense going here. We got to get Madeline going. And, Madeline is an offensive scoring threat when she gets going. They've done a good job, have the Bengals against her. They're in the half-court set out of the Bengals, and they've been pretty good in this, too. And a weave outside, breaking it down. They'll come in and they'll cause a foul on. We'll have to see. There was a host of characters there. Going the free throw line is going to be Guyton.
Yeah, you kind of look at the 10-point gap there, and if you're UMA, you're wondering where those are going to come from, and your best point scorer hasn't scored yet. So,
right.
I mean, you're going to get those in the second half. Everything's probably going to balance out. I bet she'll have a great second half. So, just got to do a little bit better job defensively. Maybe start setting up for some charges because they're going to take the ball down into the paint. And that might be something that we see. They're not able to make that correction here late in the first half.
Skip to Butler. Butler's got an open shot. She pops it up high and won't go, and the boards have been owned by the Bengals. We'll let you know that when we do the halftime stats. We'll get a chance to look at the live stats, and those things are a godsend for those of us doing play-by-play. On the take-through was Cervantes, and she's going to be fouled.
And she's just so good at taking the ball to the hole.
It was Guyton.
And being able to get the ball off at strange angles. I mean, she's really carrying herself away from the basket there, Rob, working towards the corner and nails the 45.
And the extra point is good.
And it's hard to defend. I mean, you're you're going up to defend the ball, but it's coming off at such a strange angle that you're really not making a play on it.
2 minutes here. Critical time in the steal. And the finish.
And then she does that, makes a steal, and then pushes it down the other end. I mean, that's...
Yeah, Guyton's fast.
Boy, oh boy, that's tough.
So good little run by Guyton. That's going to be short. Lesnar with a good hustle play, but came to the Bengals. Off they come. Guyton now back outside, inside, outside. Cassie Lesnar will get the rebound as it came out wide. Comes Hope Butler with it. Hope left side now. Sudbury got it back. Skipped inside. Lesnar goes up left-handed. Didn't get home. Bengals going to take a little bit of time here. Now they'll drill it back inside. That was Rodriguez. Didn't get it. Butler can get 2 offensive possessions here if they hurry. Get it back outside. That ironed. Sur's got it here. Madeline goes, puts it up, gets it knocked out of bounds. 49.9 seconds left.
And Sur just hasn't even had the opportunity to shoot either, Rob. I mean,
no, they've really been keying on her.
Yeah, it's not like she's going up and taking a ton of shots and missing tonight. She just hasn't even had the chance.
Little inside, outside. Sudbury. Now to Sur. Sudbury back outside. Lesnar. Cross pass, and Butler couldn't get out of the way. She was trying. The pass intended for Butler, cross pass, intercepted.
Yeah, that foul was really based off of the position of where the ball was just being tossed up there. You're right, didn't have an opportunity to even get out of the way. It just kind of landed right there.
3 fouls on Hope Butler, so she's got a set. Jenna Petrovic in the game now, number 33 for the Moose. Bengals have gone back on defense here.
Number 21, Savannah Jankowski, 2 good at the line.
Jankowski got 2. As we said, she's high score in the game. Jankowski's got 19 points. So shot clock off here. Game clock is all you need. 46-27. They're going to hold for 1. Floated up and floated home, count it. The conventional 3-point play. At the buzzer, won't go. So we'll play 1. You see the score, 49-27. We'll take a break here at halftime. When we come back, we'll take a look at the halftime stats when we come back to the Augusta Civic Center after these messages.
Junior Trojan Football and Cheering would like to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising for allowing us to build this beautiful facility. We raised $18,000 in our first year with Maine Athletic Fundraising, $28,000 last year, and we hope to top that again this year.
retired United States Army Staff Sergeant Travis Mills, formerly of the 82nd Airborne Division. In 2012, I was injured in Afghanistan due to a roadside bomb. It took portions of both arms and both legs, and through Walter Reed and 19 months of intense recovery, I was able to build myself back up, learn how to walk again, drive again, and take care of my young family. Since then, I have decided to be on the road speaking as a motivational speaker.
Life is all about perspective, all right? So for me, it's real easy. I gave a lot, but I didn't give everything. When I think about my situation, I'm lucky to be here.
When I was on the road speaking, I was hired by CBU Benefits. Ray Valley and Brian Heath brought me in to speak at one of their forums.
After hearing Travis's story, I was compelled to move forward with our relationship. We specialize in reaching out to employees and employers, explaining to them the value of supplemental health coverage. Accidents, cancer, critical illness, disability, and sometimes even death are events that happened in our lifetime.
When I'm on the road speaking, I'm able to have sidebar conversations with everybody that wants to come talk to me. And I hear about their family and loved ones that are going through maybe cancer, maybe a critical illness, maybe something, being disabled from a job and not having the coverage they need because their healthcare just didn't cover it. After talking with Ray and Brian, telling them how much I really appreciate what they're doing, they decided that it would be just an awesome partnership if I became part of the team, not just as a spokesperson, but as an actual partner in the company. I have a message for everybody about supplemental benefits because I feel like everybody should be protected from life's unexpected events.
Accidents do happen. I ask that you would allow one of our experienced representatives to come into your business so that we are able to educate you on the value of these very, very important products.
I really picked up cycling about 15 years ago, and it, kind of been a passion. I actually started with a trek across Maine, and did a lot of road biking and transitioned into more mountain biking and off-road activities. I practice a fair amount. I practice on really technical trails, and actually just about a year ago, I was practicing here on local trails and had a problem where my foot released from the pedals and drove my foot in the ground and ruptured my Achilles completely. Dr. Asherman, I think when I first met him, I at that point knew I had a full rupture. I think partially as an athlete, you kind of try to make light of the injury, and I think that's it's a self-preservation type thing. Almost like you don't want to believe that you're that hurt. Dr. Asherman was pretty stern. I'm not sure he was all that impressed with my maybe wanting to push through and had been walking on it for a week since the injury. That being said, when it came right down to it and they scheduled the surgery date, it was all business. Dr. Asherman told me exactly what was going to be done, how the repair would take place, what I would go through during the rehab portion. The time that I was off the bike, it was probably 2 months that I was off the bike, and then I elected to go to OA for my rehab. And the main reason that I did that was because my PT person, Marcus, was able to work directly with my surgeon and talk to them about my progress, and they were able to kind of cater my PT so that I could progress at a faster level. And during that time, I was pedaling a stationary bike. I lobbied really hard with my surgeon to get on an electric bike because I just didn't want to pedal inside. It took a while, but I finally did get back on that bike. I use that for rehab a lot. Now I'm completely on a regular bike, and I think confidence is a big thing, knowing that my ankle is strong and that I can do the things I used to do. It's still a work in progress. It's still healing. There's no stipulations of things I can't do, and I think it's one of those things where if I've got questions, I can make a phone call to OA and find out, what I can and can't do. Marcus in the PT department has, I have his email and his phone that I can call him and talk to them about things I'm feeling, things I can do and change to help progress along.
It was one of those gorgeous days, so I'm just blithely walking along way up the street. It's like 9:30 in the morning, so of course nobody's around. And all of a sudden, there was either a chipmunk or a squirrel, I don't know, and I heard the whoosh of the retractables, and I managed to let go with this arm, but not with this one. So 2 50-pound dogs hit the end of the lead with me still holding on to it. And of course it just lifted me up, and when I came down, I came directly onto my shoulder, hurt it. And my arm was also pulled way, way back. So all of these muscles got torn. So after the MRI, that's when they found out, and the muscle had already started to atrophy a little bit. So off to OA I went. And so after consultation there and looking at the MRI and the x-rays, the message was shoulder replacement. But I could only have a reverse shoulder replacement. So what that means is where I used to have the ball on the humerus and the socket on my shoulder, I now have the ball on my shoulder and the socket on my humerus. They do a lot of, getting back your, the range of motion. I could not lift my arm at that time because once you lose your rotator cuff, you no longer have those 4 muscles to raise your arms. So the muscle that raises your shoulder now is your deltoid. And that's not a particularly well-developed muscle, anyway for me. So a lot of the therapy was strength training to start using this muscle. Now I have a fine muscle up here. It's tight, taut. I went back to school, January 22nd was back into class and did all of my clinicals. It was a little more difficult because I had to have help in terms of lifting people or whatever, but the rest was not really an issue. And I graduated in May, got licensed in June, had my first interview yesterday. So here I go. I can't speak highly enough of Dr. O'Malley. He's excellent in meeting the patient where they are, which I'm very much involved in my own health care and want to know everything, and he was very good at doing that and not raising expectations but not putting, limitations. And he shared with me that, that this is a movement I can no longer do. I cannot turn my arm that way because I don't have that rotation in my shoulder. And he can't either, so.
I've been in practice now for 20 years, and for the first 17 years of my practice, I did a lot of pediatrics. I was the primary backup to Dr. Oliviero, who's been the primary provider of pediatric orthopedics in southern Maine for, I'm afraid to say it, but over 40 years he's been doing it. And for the first 17 years that I was here, I was doing a lot of that, club feet, hip dysplasia, certainly fractures, infections, all kinds of general pediatric orthopedics. In addition to which I trained, my fellowship was part pediatrics. I did a limb deformity correction fellowship, and a lot of the people we worked on were children. In my first 15 years, I did a ton of the complex reconstructive surgeries on those children. We've been the only game in town for a very long time. There have been some pediatric orthopedic surgeons in the northern part of the state, but between Bangor and Boston, there's really nobody except us. So we've been providing all those services for families from this local community and communities much further afield for a very long time. The most common thing that we see is injuries, as you said, fractures that kids get, and they can be a little bit different than the fractures that grown-ups get. We also treat a lot of babies with club feet, a lot of children with hip dysplasia, a lot of children with cerebral palsy, scoliosis. There's some more unusual things that we treat, but those are the most common things. I love kids, and so for me it's a lot of fun to interact with the kids. But the most satisfying part is actually, I think, putting the families at ease and the kids at ease, knowing that everything's going to be okay when we're done, and that they have confidence that they're in good hands and we'll take good care of them.
The Leavitt Hornets have established themselves as one of the leading football programs in the state of Maine.
Goes down, it's got his man wide open down the seam, going to be 6. Touchdown Hornets, just what the doctor ordered.
And the Hornets know when it comes to fundraising that Maine Athletic Fundraising is just what the doctor ordered.
So here we are today at Leavitt Area High School, and I've been working with Coach Hathaway. This will be my 9th year kicking off his team. They're a great program in the state of Maine, and I enjoy kicking them off every year. They've got motivated kids, and they do a real good job with the fundraiser every year. I think you guys are ready to roll. What do you think? Yeah. Good luck, guys. Thank you. You got it. You're all set.
So we've been working with Maine Athletic Fundraising for the last 10 years with Mark Smith. Mark's been very helpful to our program. The nice thing is we're in the preseason, double sessions, a lot going on, but they come in and take care of everything. You give the players a good talk, pump them up for the fundraising, get them the materials they need and some ideas to sell the cards, and then they get the kids out and go. So it's been very helpful to our program. We've been able to raise thousands of dollars every year, and it helps us out a lot.
Hey everyone, Travis Mills here again, and we're going to talk about the cancer plan. I have Alex, and he's going to explain exactly what the cancer plan is and why it's so important for you to have it.
So our cancer policy covers so much more than people don't even think. It's not just for those critical cancers that you have. Our policies cover everything from skin cancer all the way to the intense things that you're going to need down the road for years and years and years. When it comes to surgeries, radiation, chemo, holistic approaches, it also covers transportation. A lot of people think that just because I get cancer, I can go get treated right down the street. And a lot of times that's just not the case. There's a lot of strands of cancer, and a lot of them don't even specialize in our local areas. So what happens if you have to go to a hospital in Houston, Texas? The Mayo Clinic in Minnesota. Our policy has a transportation benefit that will take you to and from in order to get the best treatment possible.
Thanks so much, Alex. I appreciate that. For more information, visit cbubenefits.com to get yourself protected from life's unexpected events.
Junior Trojan Football and Cheering would like to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising for allowing us to build this beautiful facility. We raised $18,000 in our first year with Maine Athletic Fundraising, $28,000 last year, and we hope to top that again this year.
Rob Munsing, Nate Munsing back here, getting set for the second half of action. We'll take a look at the high scorers for UMaine Fort Kent. Jankowski's the high scorer and game scorer with 19 points. Renika Guyton came on late. She's 10 for 10 from the free throw line, and she's got 18 points. Stephanie Cervantes has got 6 points. Ira Trujillo has got 4 points. Sophia Rodriguez has 2 points. And back to action. We'll catch up with the UMaine scorers when we get a break here in the action. Popped up, and that'll be out.
The Bengals just cleaned up on the defensive boards, Rob. There haven't been any second chance opportunities for UMA, and that's usually, one of their main focuses is on the offensive boards and getting those second chance opportunities, leading to easy buckets and putbacks, but they haven't gotten that here in the first half, and we'll see what happens in the second. A lot of outside shots, so it could lend itself, if they just crash the boards, to having more opportunities like that.
Get our scoreboard updated. We're in the third. Back outside now, held there. It hasn't been a lot of pedestrian offense and half-court offense. Been a lot of quick takes to the basket. Kerry La hit the Three-point basket to extend the lead now to the biggest of the game at 52-27. LeBlanc drills another one home.
And, that I like what happened there, some off-the-ball movement between Hope at the top of the key and Sydney changing positions, and it's just enough little movement to be able to give her an open shot and a different look.
Yeah, and Sydney's been good. We told you that she'd hit some threes earlier on. And Kate Stevens comes up with the loose ball.
Just need a bunch of those, need a bunch of stops.
Sydney says, I'm hot.
And that's so dangerous, too. For the Bengals, when you start seeing the three-point shooter for the other team start to get hot, you can see that lead dwindle really quickly.
19 points now for Sydney. We'll take a look at the first one of these, Nate.
Yeah, there you can see that Butler just changed positions with her and just gave her enough momentum going in. It's just, a lot of shooters, it's about rhythm and having a smooth, shot. And for her, just that little change in direction, going back to the ball, catching where she can just put it right up. I mean, it lends itself to being more efficient.
We'll get a dead ball. One of the stats we'll take a look at is rebounds. It'll be updated here in the second half, but as Nate told you, just too many opportunities on the second and third chances here for the Bengals, and they have cashed in a lot of times on those little flash cut and popped home.
They got to come up. They got to come up with an answer for her. I mean, they really haven't tonight.
Trujillo, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, her ability to get down underneath, outside shots going for her right now, and she's doing a heck of a job down as a defender underneath the basket, too. I mean, we haven't had any points from Sir yet.
So let's take a look at the rebounds here when we get the next dead ball. Bengals coached by Fletcher Brown. Popped outside, no good. Cervantes missed the outside shot, 54-33. Butler with it here, directing traffic. Butterfield with a pick. Butterfield's going to get it back, and she's going to pop one downtown. She's a good shooter, and she's got a three nail.
That's not an easy shot to make either. The step back, the momentum carrying away from the basket and being able to adjust. Nicely done. They're doing much better here. You can tell it's just a different kind of energy for UMA in the second half, Rob.
Well, there you see the good rebound there. So got three three-point baskets here in the second half.
And just as important down the other side is they've had a few stops here as well.
You got to get those stops, as we know.
That looked like it was in, too. From our angle, that's directly in front of us, and you can see it at home from your vantage point. That looked like it was dead on.
So the total rebounds, the Moose have 28. So the rebounding advantage isn't as big. It's defensive rebounds, 17 each, 12 offensive rebounds, and second chance opportunities for the Bengals. So 54-36, crucial time in this game, I think, if the Moose are going to be able to claw back into it. No fouls on the Moose here in the third quarter. Butterfield's got it, steps through it, and draws another foul. It's going to be the fourth foul on the Bengals, so you shoot at 5 and you shoot 2 on every foul.
It was awfully lopsided in the first half, Rob. It went towards the Bengals, so I'm curious to see here in the second half. Obviously, it's favoring UMA. I mean, if you're coming from behind and facing that deficit, the best way to get back into a ball game is get to the free throw line, hit those foul shots, and creep back in.
Katie Butterfield got 8 points now.
Number 24, Katie Butterfield, 2 good at the line.
Comes the entry inside, stolen away, and Comes back out here to the Bengals, and Guyton took it to the hole and drilled it home.
How about the use of the backboard there?
Yeah,
That was
boy.
impressive. The ball almost below the rim to be able to make that angle.
Yeah, Guyton's the fastest player on the floor. She's really quick. Butterfield's got it. She takes it right to the hole and right home.
And maybe that's what they needed. They just needed that aggressive play down underneath. If they can clear that out for Butterfield, I mean, she's doing a really nice job playing with some confidence right now.
Yeah, she's not bigger, but she's probably quicker than the bigs for the Bengals. And she's got a bound there. Katie got recognized nationally just recently. She's had a good season. There's Madeline Sir.
Well, that's good to see. They just got to get Madeline going a little bit, and this is a good sign, too, for UMA if the Bengals got to take time out.
So let's stay right here with it. We'll get the replay queued up here. This is going to be the first replay we'll take a look at here. It's going to be the Katie Butterfield spin inside, Nate, where she goes to the left side. Going to get a good feed by. It's going to be Stevens with it outside. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's redo that one. Cut it off too soon. Let's see if I can fix that. Don't know if we have it. No, we're not going to be able to get that one up, so sorry about that. (56-42). So it's a 14-point lead for the Bengals. Bengals have been in control of this. Though the Moose didn't make a run early on, it was a good start for the Bengals. They got out to a 9-0 lead, and an 8-point run by the Moose made it 9-8, and Bengals increased the lead. They're pretty consistent. They had a 24-point first quarter, 25-point second quarter.
20, Renika Guyton.
And Guyton is coming on here in the second half. She's had a couple of good baskets and good takes. And she's now the leading scorer in the game. She's got 20 points. Serwin up. Rebound for the Bengals. Guyton's going to float it up. She's got another one.
Just been really impressed with their ability to finish too, Rob. A lot of the times you see those guards that are quick like that, they can make space and get down into traffic and create kind of strange shot angles, but not be able to finish. She does not have that problem at all. A quick 3 seconds call there.
Wow, sure was. Let's take a look at Renika Guyton. She's 7 for 13 from the field, Nate. 0 for 1 from the three-point range, but 10 for 10 on free throws, and she's got 24 points.
That's a heck of a night.
It sure is.
It's early, too.
Jankowski, as we told, she was the high scorer at the half with 19 points. Celia LeBlanc, Butterfield, loops it all the way over to Hope Butler. She's going to ring one off and out. Lars got it. Skipped it underneath, and it came right to the Moose, and now we got a tussle for it. It's going to be held ball, and Kate Stevens jumped in. Cervantes. Bengal basketball. Underneath, good defense there.
Yeah, tough to get that inbound right there with everyone kind of around it.
They try to get into Rodriguez.
Not much you can do with that.
Back out to the three-point shooter, La. She's going to drill one all net.
Number 20, Carrie Law.
The Bengals are doing just enough, Rob, to kind of keep that cushion.
Well, they're back out now to a 21-point lead. LeBlanc to Butterfield. Butterfield goes on the take. She draws the harm, go the free throw line. Men's game to follow. Remember this UMaine Fort Kent team is in the USCAA Division I. The YSCC conference that the Moose play in is USCAA Division II. So this is a higher division, the Division I.
Number 24, Katie Butterfield, 2 good at the line.
But you probably figured that out since it was called 1, and 2's lower than 1. I'm starting to sound, I've been listening to Boomer McFarland on ESPN too much. I stated the obvious. Back out to La. She's got another 3.
Number 10, Carrie Law for 3.
So it's been people taking different turns on this thing. Law's come up with a quick 6 points to go with the 3 she had earlier to have 9 for the game. Inside, the Butterfield drips out. Head and shoulder fake, good one, good take. Foul called. Well, they had to come out on La because she's hit a couple of 3-pointers, so she did a good job. That wasn't her. Who was this? Petrovic will come in for the Moose. Lesnar. And Sudbury. 3 new players for the Moose. LeBlanc inside, and Sudbury. Good cut. Got underneath a little bit too deep, but she'll get foul shots. Autumn Sudbury.
Number 21, Autumn Sudbury, 1 good at the line.
66-45. Pop from the corner is good.
Number 10, Carrie Law for 3.
Carrie La has got 3 3-point baskets stolen. Kept in play. Who's got it? LeBlanc's got it. Petrovic in the corner of Sudbury. Knocked away. La underneath and won't float home. Rodriguez tried to keep it in. She couldn't do it. It goes out of bounds. Five fouls on the Bengals, so the Moose will be shooting if they draw any more fouls. So it's going to launch a long one and won't go, and 1 and out. Lau's got it. They got to come out on her. She's been shooting lights out. Popped way downtown, rolls out. Sir with the rebound. Sudbury tried to take it in, got stripped away. Floated ahead and good for 2.
21, Savannah Jankowski.
Jankowski up and in. Back cut, floater. Bengals want to come. It's 1 on 3. Muscle in, muscle home. That was Guyton. 73-45. I think the legs have caught up with the Moose a little bit. As we told you, they played last night down at Southern Maine Community College. It was in a YSC League game. They lost that one 75-49. Watch a little bit of that on Seawolves TV. They do a good job of covering games down there as well. Some pretty good coverage in the YSCC. Of course, we're doing UMaine and we're doing Central Maine Community College, and the Seawolves, they do a fine job down there. Machias, I think, streams. NHTI is streaming now. Our friend Michael Martineau is helping out there. Michael Martineau will join us when NHTI comes up on the annual Michael Martineau YSCC preview show. We're calling it. He's got sponsors and everything they need. We love Michael.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yep, he's been checking in with me since the fall, making sure we're going to do this. Michael's a great wealth of knowledge. We won't be having the tournament. We had it last year. We loved doing it. Sneak away.
Number 24.
And that was Jankowski. She's got a lot of those. Back cut. And let's see which way they want to call this one. They're going to call it a block. So, Sir, to the free throw line. Madeline, the fine career she had at Brunswick High School. Freshman here at the UMA. Talking to Coach Ford before the game, and he apologized for not coming right over and see me. I said, don't worry about that, Coach. I bet you were recruiting. He says, yep. Contacting some of the kids that are interested in coming here next year. And now that they have the housing, they can have a little greater fetch. Rodriguez for two. I can tell Sophia Rodriguez because she's got her hair up, Nate.
Number 12, Sydney LeBlanc.
Sydney at the buzzer. So we've got 3 in the books. You see the score 77-49. So we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll finish this one up here. Fourth quarter action coming up next after this.
They try to put me back in as quick as possible. The doctors and physical therapists try to tell you what's wrong right away so you can just get it fixed and get back to what you're doing and have your normal life or try to be even better than what you were before.
It's important for a parent to have someone here in Saco, close to the Biddeford-Saco area, because we have a lot of sports teams. When you have your daughter or son that's injured, in my case, my daughter, it's nice to know that you have someone local, someone that you can trust, and someone that is expert in sports injuries.
Congratulations to Coach Seavey and his staff and the women of UMA basketball for their fine work with the Augusta Parks and Recreation, where community explores fun. Well, they had some fun on this day, and certainly a great outreach community event by the UMA women's basketball team. See the officiating crew, they're done a good job with this one. 77-49. Get the scoreboard up and we'll change it to fourth quarter. Underway here. Come the Bengals on the attack. That's what they've been doing all night. They've been attacking. Popped home, I think, first basket of the game. This is Madison Fenner in the game. Hits her first shot. Extends the lead to 30. Well, it's been a methodical stretching of the lead here. Little rally by the Moose here in the third quarter, but they weren't quite able to sustain it, and Bengals are shooting lights out here in the game. So 24 in the first, 25 in the second, 28-point third quarter. For the Moose, it was 11 in the first, 16, and then 22, a good third quarter. But even though they only lost that quarter by 6, the halftime lead coupled with the 6 points here has got it stretched out to 30. Bengals are shooting 29 of 60 for 48.3%. Great job at the foul line, Nate. It's 14 of 17 from the free throw line.
Yeah, you can almost tell based off their aggressive play, Rod, that they probably get to the foul line quite a bit. Here's a turnover.
Yeah, Moose not doing bad from the free throw line, 13 of 19. So it's been pretty even Steven that way. Thrown away by Katie, makes room for herself. She's going to get a second one. Yep, got it.
Nice pass to herself down.
Yeah.
Tough angle in that first one. Made it a little easier for herself.
Well, the Moose coming out with some pressure. Fenner get it back outside. It's going to be a tough team to press. A couple of opportunities. Didn't get down. Stevens tried to drill it into.
Yeah, good look, too,
Sure.
by Stevens.
Here comes the pressure by the Moose.
I like this sign, not giving up here. You know, big deficit to be able to overcome here in the fourth quarter, but I like what Coach is doing here.
Yeah, it's good to practice this, Nate, because it's the kind of thing I'm going to need going down the stretch as we're in second semester, and of course this is the first game we're covering the second semester, but don't be fooled if you're just joining in and not aware what the schedule is. The schedule is so front-end loaded. That's good. Rodriguez will get a second one. We have the men's game coming up at about 20 minutes after the first one. Hell ball, let's see, it's going to favor the Bengals. Okay, now we're ready. Not sure what the delay was. Bengals get it in. Pop from way downtown. That's going to be off. Rodriguez goes in. She gets defended by Madeline Sir and a foul. It'll be Sir's second foul. Nobody had any foul trouble here in the except for Hope Butler, who's got 4. She's the exception.
Number 30.
So Fletcher Brown with a short bench tonight, but his kids have played well. Fort Kent really travels. They must put some miles on in the course of this season. I saw they would travel to Pennsylvania and some other places there to play games, and those are some long trips. Fort Kent to Augusta is a long trip. I saw they played. Oh, nice finish by Katie Butterfield. I saw they played a couple of the teams that we've seen in the Can-Am tournament at Central Maine. Team from I think it was St. Johnsbury. Sir is on the floor to get it. We'll be back down to do a game at Madeline's alma mater on February 4th. We're heading down to Brunswick to do a Brunswick girls game. They'll be playing the Biddeford Tigers. Kate couldn't get in.
She tried to get out of the way.
Well, there was so much traffic there that Kate couldn't get through.
Yeah, and I mean, even if she did inbound the ball and then try and get back into play, I mean, there was just too many. There were too many bodies for her even to navigate through everything.
Tipped away. Katie Butterfield with it. Katie looks around, surveys the scene, gets it back outside. 3-point basket for Kate Stevens didn't go. Back outside on the weave. Popped outside and good.
Number 20, Renika Guyton for 3.
Guyton again. Guyton's had a terrific game here tonight. She's the leading scorer in the game. She's got 29 points. Renika Guyton. La goes down heavily. Gets helped up. 6:50 left in this one. Guyton got it back outside. 3-point basket, no. Out of bounds. It'll be Moose basketball. That was Stephanie Cervantes with the long 3. Leads at 30, 84-54. Hope Butler. Stevens inside. And Sydney LeBlanc with a nice left-handed put-in. We'll check the Moose stats here. Sydney was the leading scorer here heading into the second half. She's got 23. Hope Butler gets fouled. Katie Butterfield with 16 points. Kate Stevens, 7. Hope Butler with 5. Madeline Sir, 3 points. Cassie Lesson's got a point. And Autumn Sudsbury's got a point. Mooseman getting ready to take the floor for warm-ups. Got a quick chat. Coach Ford.
11, Hope Butler, too good at the line.
He says they've got to step up the defense. They've gone up 120 plus points in the last 2 games. Don't win those games. Rodriguez fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. He said they're giving up 126 and 123 the last 2 games, so he's going to draw somewhere on the board with a basketball player with 2 eyes, and he was going to put the scores in the eyes and says, you guys have been punching both eyes here the last 2 games. Time to get out on the attack yourself.
Number 20, Sophia Rodriguez, 1 good at the line.
Butler trying to weave through traffic here. Goes right side. Stevens went through. LeBlanc comes out, comes to cut. Nicely run offense, but just coming up a little bit short. Bengals popped up and home. That was a tough shot.
They just haven't missed tonight, Rob. I mean, if you look at what they're taking for shots, I mean, that's a pretty well-defended shot right there at the top of the key in transition. I mean, if you're, from a defensive standpoint, you're okay with that shot going up.
Yeah, it was Trujillo that made the shot, and Hope went down heavily, and falling on top of her was Guyton. Both ladies up okay, and Butler gets some free throws out of it. Locke comes out for a rest. Boy, she did some great three-point shooting there, particularly in the second half. She was lights out from three-point area.
Number 11, Hope Butler, 1 good at the line.
In the corner. Off the front of the iron, second chance opportunity, third chance for Rodriguez. She's got it home.
Number 30, Sophia Rodriguez.
.4:45 left. LeBlanc finds herself loose, floats it up, gets fouled. Both teams with 5 fouls, so we will be shooting here. Sidney LeBlanc out of Madison High School drills the first one home.
Number 12, Sidney LeBlanc, 1 good at the line.
.9-point lead. Yvette Trujillo gets up gingerly. First one's out. One of two.
Yvette Trujillo, 1 good at the line.
And she's going to sit, and La comes back in. We're talking about her. She's lighting it up. 4 out of 7 from the 3-point line. She's been the big outside scorer for them. 12 points. Butler pops. And Sir jumps in to Butler. Butler, 1-on-2, skirts the issue and goes home. Hope Butler with a good move left side. 90-62. Rodriguez.
Number 30, Sophia Rodriguez.
She's got 11 points now. It's a high-scoring game for the Bengals. As we said, Bengals came in. They were a Division I USCAA team. They came in at 8-9, so looking to even their record up. La shoots it outside. Won't go. She follows her shot, brings it back outside. Nice head and shoulder fake by Rodriguez. Goes left side, lays it in.
Rodriguez.
As we said, Rodriguez has come on in the second half. And she's up to 13 points in the game. Sir's going to pump him way downtown. Looked good on the release. Didn't get there. La's got the rebound. La, no look pass. And up and down again for Rodriguez. La with a nice assist. Look left. Passed right. Tipped away. LeBlanc's got it. Out of bounds and heading to the Bengals. So the Bengals are going to even up that record at 9-9 in the USCAA Division I. La on LeBlanc and 3-second violation. So it turns over to the Moose. Up and drops home, Sidney LeBlanc.
Number 12, Sidney LeBlanc.
Sidney with a good game tonight for the Moose. Sidney's got it.
And the extra point is good.
Sidney leads the Moose in scoring tonight with 26 points. That could be a career high, Nate. we've seen Sydney do some wonderful things here on the floor, but I don't ever remember her in the games that we've done get that high. Might have been a away game or something. Petrovic got it back outside. She's stripped away. Laid up and in left side is good. Jankowski, she's been a little quiet, but she was the one that got things going here. She was high scorer for a good stretch of the time. Jankowski. Good balance scoring by the Bengals. Another turnover, Moose. Inside. Jankowski again, up and in.
Number 21, Savannah Jankowski.
But at the minute mark comes Hope Ricketts. She goes left side. That ball came out funny. She got fouled. So the Moose will have a little bit of a break, Nate. They'll have about a week off here before they head back. It'll be a big matchup as they're going to head up to the University of Maine at Machias next Thursday. Now, Machias, I think, streams their games for our Moose fans, so you might be able to catch it on their website. Check out their website, University of Maine, Machias, UMA, the Clippers. That's a 5:30 start up there, 5:30, 7:30 doubleheader. That'll be a big game for the Moose as they're looking to try to get one of the first 4 berths, and that will get them a quarterfinal game. That was an acrobatic move, but it didn't go. Back outside. Pop from downtown there by Finner. Rick has got it. Sudbury went down, but she's okay. She's back up at it. Sudbury comes in, lays it up and in. Autumn Sudbury. Good take there by Autumn. So Coach Fletcher Brown says we're going to hold it. No need to score here at this stage of the game, so showing some good sportsmanship here. He'll hold the ball, and no need to play defense when they're holding the ball like that either. So kind of double sportsmanship, if you will. So that will do it. The final 100-69 is your final score here. Sydney LeBlanc, her high scorer for the Moose with 27. Katie Butterfield chipped in with 16. Hope Butler with 12. Kate Stevens, 7. Autumn Sudbury, 3. Madeline Sir with 3. And Cassie Lessner with 1.
Big shout out to the Sydney LeBlanc cheering section.
We're giving a shout out to Sydney's cheering section here. Monika Guyton, 29 points. Savannah Jankowski with 25. Sophia Rodriguez with 15. Kerry Lau with 12. Yvette Trujillo with 9. Stephanie Cervantes with 8. And Madison Finner with 2 for the Bengals. So 169 your final. We'll be back with the men's game in just about 15 minutes here on Munsing Media Sports. Until then, so long, everybody.